champions and experience it live at the 2013 NCAA Division I Football Championship Game, January 5th in Frisco, Texas. Tickets start at $30. Visit ncaa.com/FCS to purchase yours today.
Well, we kind of did what we needed to do. We needed to play well. We needed to take care of the football and do the things you got to do, and I thought we did those. I got to give Langston some credit. They wouldn't go away. They played hard. We knew they would, but we took care of the football tonight and made them drive the length of the field and do some of the things you got to do, and I was proud of that. I thought we improved tonight, and after I felt like we kind of took a step back in Hawaii, I thought we took another step forward tonight, so I was pleased with that.
In the second quarter, Langston moved down the field a little bit. They got inside the 5. What were your concerns about that drive?
Well, they did some good things on third down to convert. We weren't doing everything that we needed to do. I thought we were playing extremely hard, and fortunately it worked out for us. We just kept playing hard, and they put the ball on the ground. And normally, most games will come down to turnovers in the kicking game. We won both of those battles tonight, and that was probably the difference in the game.
Was there anything you felt like they were exploiting maybe during that drive, like something on the edges or anything like that?
We weren't containing the quarterback as well as we needed to early, and he was finding some people open. I wouldn't say we were busting coverages as much as we didn't have a player or two in the right places at times, and they were doing a good job of hitting some holes, and they got some players, and they were making some plays.
How was the week of practice? I recall after the Lafayette game, you needed something good to kind of boost your spirits. After the Hawaii game, I think you needed the same thing.
Yeah, this week was a little different in that we came back tired. We were a tired team Tuesday. We went out there and we couldn't practice till Tuesday night because we had to wait on our equipment to get in. So this was a little different week, and we went Tuesday and Wednesday night without really a day off. So we really had to pull back on our team. Thursday we didn't practice as long, and we didn't put in anything new with still a kind of a short week. So I thought coaching-wise we were smart in that area. But I know our team looked tired all week, so we really pulled back, and I thought we got our legs back in time. But it was a tough week physically.
Did you ever reflect on the game 2 years ago against Langston, if you recall?
Mm-hmm.
That game, fourth quarter, they had a chance to take the lead.
It did, and we talked about that, how hard they came in here and played. And we had a number of our players that was on our team then, and they were going to have a number of their players tonight that were here, and they knew we knew how well they played against us, how hard they played, and we know here, nothing's going to be easy here. If we're going to win any games at all, we're going to have to play hard for 4 quarters. And I told them that's all we got left on our schedule, and from now on at halftime, the games are going to be close, and you're going to have to go out and play hard and execute in the second half to give yourself a chance to win. And the rest of them are going to be like that, so this one might as well be that way too. We might as well get used to it. And I thought our team did a good job of playing together and playing hard the whole game.
When Langston got down the field and they had that fumble, just before the fumble, there was a timeout call.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything that you said? Was this a botched handoff, or was it a forced fumble from your perspective?
A little bit of both. I thought we got there about the time they were trying to hand it off, but we just weren't sharp on that drive defensively. We were just it wasn't just one guy. We just weren't real sharp, and I just thought it was a good time to maybe call a timeout and kind of take a breath and refocus. And it worked out when they turned the ball over after you call a timeout. Obviously, it makes you look good, but I just thought it was a good time to call a timeout.
I know you're going to say they're Cardinals now, but all 8 touchdowns have been scored by the transfers.
Well, Chris, you are getting smarter. You're exactly right. That's exactly what I'm going to say. They all are Cardinals now, and they've played 4 games with us now. So, yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm proud that they've come in here and contributed and been the citizens that they needed to be, and they're doing a good job and they're fitting in. But, again, you took the words right out of my mouth. Good for you, Chris.
What sort of impact have they had?
Huh?
What sort of impact have they had on the team that's not so obvious as the scoring, but what have they kind of brought maybe beyond that?
Just fitting in and being part of the team, and we don't really single them out that much. And when they do something they shouldn't, they're going to get yelled at like everybody else. And when they do something they should, they're going to get complimented like everybody else. But they've just been showing up on time and doing what we've asked, and then being good teammates, and that's what we want them to do, and that's what they're doing.
Is it a challenge to find guys who maybe are transferring from a big school like Oklahoma State who can come play someplace and fit in and kind of have that personality? Not, they're not bigger than where they are or anything like that.
Well, some young men handle things differently, and sometimes you get a player or two that has trouble transitioning here, but that's not the case with these guys. So I mean, they've done a good job.
Did you ever imagine they were going to focus on trying to stop the run to the extent that they did, Langston?
No, I didn't think they'd play that many people up front, and they just kind of dared us to throw the ball, and we probably should have thrown the ball vertical more. But they had a plan. I think they really saw that we didn't run the ball against Hawaii, and we had ran it well against Prairie View, and we were going to come out and try to establish the run, and they were right. That's what we wanted to do, and they did a good job of taking it away early, and we hit them on a big pass play and hit them after a turnover and got out 14-0, and we really wanted to come back and really establish the run, but they did a good job of loading the box and daring us to throw the football. Now we got to do a better job of throwing and catching the ball and making people back off of us.
You may already have answered this, but how about that kickoff return at the start as far as helping everybody on setting the tone, making the game go downhill a little bit?
It was a great way to start the game. You couldn't have asked any more. Big play, and then we got a good pass and run from Van right off the bat, and then scored on boom, 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 score. That's just how you want to start the game, and that's what you want to do is get off to a start like that, and it was just what we needed.
Is KJ going to be a regular returner for you?
Yeah.
And what do you feel like you know about your team now that maybe you didn't at the start of practices or before the first game?
We had a lot of guys coming back, but we still had a few people that weren't here, and every team's different, and you never know how teams are going to react. And we've had to react, and it's been kind of a yo-yo, kind of a roller coaster ride with this bunch. But I go out and practice, and I'm prepared to do a little bit more than I have to do because they come to practice and they bounce back and they have the resiliency to them, which is good. Now I told them let's get on a roll and win a few in a row. Let's quit bouncing back, and that's what we want to do now. We want to try to get on a roll and win a few games and get things going, but. We got some resiliencies to us, and our players do a good job of bouncing back.
Were they embarrassed by Hawaii?
I don't think they were embarrassed. I think they were disappointed that we didn't play well, and we understand. I'm not taking anything away against the University of Hawaii, but when you turn the ball over like that and do the things we did, we wouldn't have beat Langston tonight if we'd have played the way we played against Hawaii, and I mean that. We couldn't turn the ball over like that against anybody, and that was the biggest thing. We just didn't play well. And that's what we want to do. We want to win every game, but even if you don't win a game, you want to try to improve as a team. Well, I don't think we did that in Hawaii, and that's what we want to get back to doing. And our players understood that, and they worked that way.
Your defense hasn't allowed any points at home this year so far. How's that for their confidence? How are they playing so far?
Well, we're playing again at home this week, so I feel good about that. But yeah, I mean that's a great stat, and it's something that we point to with pride. But everyone else is going to be aware of that too, but it's just strange we won both games by the same score. But anytime you can shut a team out, y'all all been around football long enough. They're rare to get a shot against anyone. We've got two of them, and we're very proud of that.
I asked you this before the season. Let's try again. Who does Ryan remind you of?
Ryan Mazikowski. A little bit of Gary Kubiak, a little bit, because he has the intelligence. Did I say that then too?
You didn't know.
Okay.
You told me to give me a day or two.
Okay, I mean, he reminds me of Coop a little bit. He's kind of a laid-back guy, very intelligent guy, gets better as games goes on, gets better as the season goes on. He's improved a lot with the mental part of the game and really learning Coach Keck's offense, and he'll just continue to get better. He doesn't rattle when he does make a mistake. It doesn't bother him. It doesn't carry over to the next player or the next series. He does a good job. He's very mature.
Win 95 passes without.
He's better looking than Gary Kubiak, though. Make sure Gary hears that.
85 attempts until his first interception. That's a pretty good run to start the year.
Yeah, he does. He does a good job of taking care of the football, and the only knock is sometimes he holds it too long trying to take care of it more than anything else. He doesn't want to just get rid of it, but he does not throw the ball to the other team. There's something to be said for that.
How do you feel about next week since McNeese lost to Southeastern?
I don't know. I've seen McNeese, and I know they're a good football team. I have not seen Southeast, And for Southeast to get that win tonight, it's a big win for Coach Roberts. That was his first. Yeah, that was his first conference game at Southeast at home in Hammond. I'm sure they're celebrating, very proud of what they did. I know that we were going to give Southeast our full attention anyway, but they're really going to get our attention now because that's a big win for their program. Anytime you can beat McNeese, that's a big win.
Why didn't Capella Garrett play?
I just chose to go with some other people.
And how did Reggie Bagel fit?
Well, good till he got hurt. And it's not, I don't think it's anything major as far as, I think ligament is checked out pretty good. I don't want to get ahead of the trainer, but it looks to me like he's just going to be sore a while. I think he'll be fine in the long run. He'll be out, I don't know if he'll be back in time this week, but it's better than what it initially looked.
Do you anticipate Garrett being back next week, playing next week?
DePaundre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get him in the mix. Just the way it worked out tonight, he didn't play, and I don't think it was something we went in the game deliberately doing. It just worked out that way. I want to talk. We need to talk some defensive players. I'm tired of talking to you all the time. I'm glad you wasn't in there. They asked me to compare you to somebody. I said Gary Kubiak, but you're better looking.
Take it. I'll take what I can get.
Well, he's 50 years old too. So, anything else for me? Hey, I want to say this, and I don't know. I don't really care at this point how they take it. I'm glad for the fans that we had come out, but we need to pack this thing, and we need to quit taking teams for granted. I think a lot of people may have stayed home thinking we were going to beat Langston, but we need a packed house every week. And I know that there's a lot of excuses not to come to games. There's a lot of excuses to come to game. And we need to pack this thing every week. And this is a huge game this week against Southeast, and we need an attendance record crowd this week. We really do.